Ladies and gentlemen, before you get to that final destination, before you stand side by side with that person, life will put you through a process, a test, a preparation phase, because nothing worth having comes without a challenge. Too many people want the reward without the work, the love without the lessons, the bond without the battle, but that's not how life works. Before you end up with the right person, before you step into that season of togetherness, there's something crucial that must happen first. You must grow. Because love, real, lasting love, demands a strong foundation. And that foundation is built long before you stand next to someone else. A lot of people rush into relationships looking for someone to complete them. They want companionship, security, validation. But if you haven't taken the time to truly understand yourself, to develop your mind, your values, your purpose, then what exactly are you bringing to the table? A relationship is not a shortcut to wholeness. It's not an escape from loneliness. It's a reflection of who you are. You have to become the right person. That means taking the time to know what you stand for, what drives you, what you want out of life. It means doing the internal work, healing old wounds, breaking bad habits, developing discipline. Because love is more than just emotions. It's responsibility. It's a commitment to growth, not just in yourself, but in someone else too. And if you aren't ready to grow, then you aren't ready to love. Life will give you opportunities to prepare. Maybe that preparation looks like solitude, learning to be comfortable with yourself, to enjoy your own company, to build your own dreams. Maybe it looks like challenges, experiences that test your patience, your resilience, your faith. See, struggle isn't punishment, it's preparation. Because if you can't navigate life's difficulties on your own, how will you handle them when someone else is depending on you? You will have to ask yourself some hard questions. What do I truly want? What kind of partner do I need, not just in this moment, but for the life I'm building? Am I emotionally available? Or am I carrying baggage that I expect someone else to fix? Relationships don't heal you, they expose you. If you haven't built self-respect, if you haven't developed confidence, if you don't know how to communicate, those things don't magically appear just because you love someone. They surface. And if you're not ready, love will feel like pressure instead of peace. That's why this stage, this personal growth, this self-discovery, it's not just important, it's essential. It shapes the person you become. It determines the quality of love you will attract and sustain. And it ensures that when you do meet the right person, you'll be ready not just to receive love, but to give it, nurture it, and build something unshakable. So before you rush toward that vision of ending up together, take a moment, look inward, do the work, because the best relationships aren't built on neediness or desperation. They are built on two whole individuals choosing to grow together. And that growth starts with you. Life will test you before it rewards you. Love, real love, isn't something that just happens effortlessly. It's not just about the good days, the sweet moments, or the picture-perfect connections. Before you end up with the right person, life will put obstacles in your path, not to break you, but to prepare you. Because love isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about learning how to navigate imperfections, struggles, and challenges together. You will face disappointment. Maybe you'll invest in someone who doesn't invest in you. Maybe you'll love someone who isn't ready to love you back. Maybe you'll experience heartbreak that shakes you to your core. And in those moments, it will feel unfair. You'll question why you had to go through the pain, why the people you trusted let you down, why certain relationships failed when you gave them your best. But what you don't realize in that moment is that every heartbreak, every setback, every failed relationship is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Struggle is a teacher. Every challenge you face in love is an opportunity to learn about yourself, about what you truly need, about what love really looks like. Maybe you need to learn patience. Maybe you need to understand that love isn't just about feelings, but about commitment and character. Maybe you need to experience loss to truly appreciate what's worth keeping. Too many people get discouraged when they face struggles in relationships. They think, maybe love isn't for me, but that's not true. Love is for you. It's just that before you receive it in its fullest form, you have to be tested. You have to go through situations that teach you what love is and what it isn't. Because without those lessons, how would you know the difference between temporary affection and something meant to last? Think about it. Diamonds don't shine without pressure. Gold isn't pure without fire. Strength isn't built without resistance. So why would love be any different? The challenges you face are refining you. They are teaching you how to communicate, how to forgive, how to trust, not blindly, but wisely. They are forcing you to grow in ways you never thought possible. And when you finally meet that person, when you finally stand next to the one who is meant to be by your side, you will look back at every hardship, every tear, every moment of doubt, and you will understand. You will see that those struggles weren't meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you. They were meant to teach you what to fight for, what to walk away from, and how to love with wisdom instead of just emotion. So don't fear the struggle, don't run from the challenges, embrace them, learn from them, because the love that lasts isn't built on perfect moments. It's built on the lessons you gain through every trial, every mistake, and every test life throws your way. Patience is one of the hardest lessons to learn when it comes to love. People want to rush into relationships, rush into commitments, rush into the idea of forever. But love, true, lasting love, operates on its own timeline. And if you're not patient, if you try to force something before it's time, you'll find yourself in a situation that isn't ready to grow, isn't built to last, and isn't truly meant for you. One of the greatest mistakes people make is thinking that just because they feel a strong connection with someone, it means they're meant to be together right now. But timing matters. You can meet the right person at the wrong time, and in the wrong season, they will still feel like the wrong person. Because love isn't just about connection, it's about preparation. It's about whether both people are emotionally, mentally, and spiritually in a place where they can handle what love requires. Love isn't just about what you feel when things are good. It's about who you become when things get hard. And if you or the person you're drawn to aren't ready to handle that, no amount of passion, no amount of excitement will make it work. That's why life will sometimes keep you waiting, because waiting isn't a punishment, it's protection. You will go through seasons where it feels like nothing is happening, like love is taking too long, like everyone around you is finding their person while you're still searching, still hoping, still waiting. But those seasons are necessary, because during those times, you're not just waiting for love, you're being prepared for it. You're being given time to heal, time to grow, time to understand yourself so deeply that when the right person does come, you won't sabotage it with insecurities, with unhealed wounds, or with impatience. Many people settle because they don't trust the process. They jump into relationships out of fear of being alone, fear of missing out, fear that they'll never find something better. But settling never leads to peace. Rushing never leads to stability. If something is truly meant for you, you won't have to chase it, force it, or manipulate it to stay. What's real will come at the right time. You will know. Not because it will be perfect, but because it will be right. Because you will be ready. Because you will have spent the time becoming the kind of person who can love fully, who can build something strong, who can stand in a relationship without losing themselves. So don't rush love. Don't chase it. Focus on growing, on becoming, on preparing. And trust that what's meant for you will never pass you by. The right person at the right time with the right foundation, when that moment arrives, you will see why every second of patience, every lesson learned, every moment of waiting was worth it. It's about what you bring, what you give, and how you contribute to something greater than yourself. Too many people enter relationships focused on what they can get: companionship, security, validation. But the strongest relationships are built when both people come in ready to serve, support, and uplift each other. Life will ask you, what do you bring to the table? Not in terms of material things, but in terms of character, emotional strength, and the ability to build something that lasts. Love isn't just about feelings, it's about effort, about mutual investment. If you're looking for someone who will stand by your side through everything, you have to be that person too. Relationships are not just a place to be loved, they are a place to love. That means giving, sacrificing, and understanding that love is an action, not just a feeling. Some people step into relationships expecting to be taken care of, expecting the other person to fix their insecurities, fill their emptiness, or solve their problems. But that's not love, that's dependency. And dependency is fragile. It breaks under pressure. Real love is about partnership. It's about two whole individuals choosing to build together. It's about lifting each other up, not weighing each other down. It's about being someone who adds to another person's life, not just takes from it. So before you look for love, ask yourself, are you in a place where you can contribute to a relationship? Do you know how to communicate? Do you know how to handle conflict without shutting down or lashing out? Do you know how to support someone without losing yourself? The strongest relationships are built when two people bring their best, not just for themselves, but for each other. That doesn't mean being perfect. It doesn't mean you have to have it all figured out. It means being willing to learn, to grow, and to give your best even on the hardest days. You have to be willing to put in the work. Love requires patience, understanding, and commitment. It means showing up when it's easy and when it's difficult. It means being there not just when things are exciting, but when life gets complicated. It means giving support when your partner is struggling, listening when they need to be heard, and standing firm when challenges arise. It's about building something that lasts. And if you want a love that stands the test of time, you have to be willing to do your part. The question is, are you ready to give as much as you hope to receive? Because love is not just a feeling, it's a responsibility. And the strongest love is built by those who understand that true commitment is about what you contribute, not just what you take. Love without purpose is fragile. Passion fades, emotions shift, and life will challenge every bond you try to build. But when a relationship is rooted in something deeper, when it's built on purpose and a common vision, it becomes unshakable. Before you end up with that person, before you commit to forever, you have to ask yourself, what is this relationship standing on? Too many people enter relationships without direction. They fall in love with the feeling, with the excitement, with the idea of being with someone. But love that lasts isn't just about the high moments. It's about what carries you through the lows. And the only thing that can carry you through is purpose. Purpose means that your relationship isn't just about romance. It's about growth. It's about building something meaningful together. It means you're not just existing side by side, you're moving in the same direction, working toward goals that align, supporting each other's dreams, and becoming stronger as a unit. Relationships crumble under pressure. When struggles come, when life gets hard, when emotions shift, people start questioning everything. Are we still in love? Do we still want this? But when you have purpose, the answer is clear. Because love isn't just about how you feel in the moment. It's about the foundation you've built over time. You have to understand your own purpose. Who are you? What are you building in your life? Where are you going? Because love isn't just about finding someone who makes you happy. It's about finding someone who fits into your journey, who strengthens your path, who walks with you in the direction you're meant to go. This is why not every connection is meant to last. You can love someone deeply, but if your purposes don't align, if your visions for life are completely different, the relationship will struggle. Love alone isn't enough. There has to be something deeper holding you together. A mission, a shared belief, a reason beyond just feelings. When you find someone whose purpose aligns with yours, everything changes. You no longer feel like you're pulling in different directions. Instead, you're growing together, pushing each other to be better, supporting each other's dreams, and facing life's challenges as a team. That kind of love doesn't just survive, it thrives. So before you rush into a relationship, before you commit to forever, take a step back. Ask yourself, what are we building? Where is this going? Are we aligned in purpose, or are we just caught up in the moment? Because when life gets difficult, and it will, only those who have a strong foundation will stand. Love without purpose is temporary, but love that is rooted in something greater, that kind of love is unstoppable. Love is not just a feeling, it's a commitment, a choice, and a responsibility. Emotions will rise and fall, passion will burn bright and then dim, but what keeps a relationship standing through every season of life is the foundation it is built on. Before you end up with that person, you have to understand that a strong, lasting relationship is not created by luck or chance. It is built with intention, effort, and an unshakable sense of purpose. People enter relationships without thinking about the bigger picture. They focus on the excitement, the connection, the chemistry, but they don't stop to ask, what is holding this together? Because love alone is not enough. Without a solid foundation, love becomes unstable. It becomes something that shifts with circumstances, something that fades when challenges arise. A strong foundation means that your relationship isn't just based on emotions, but on shared values, mutual respect, and a deep understanding of each other. It means that both of you know where you stand, what you believe in, and what kind of future you are working toward. Without these things, even the strongest passion will eventually run out of fuel. Challenges will come. There's no avoiding that. Life will test you. It will throw obstacles in your way, situations that make you question everything. And in those moments, it won't be love that carries you through. It will be the foundation you've built. If your relationship is based only on attraction, on surface level connections, on temporary emotions, then those challenges will break you apart. But if it's built on purpose, on trust, on a vision greater than just the two of you, then nothing can shake it. A strong foundation means that you understand each other's strengths and weaknesses. You know how to communicate, how to navigate conflict, how to support each other even when it's not easy. It means that when problems arise, you don't run, you don't shut down, you work through them together. Because love that lasts isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about facing them as a team. You have to ask yourself, what are we building? What holds us together when emotions shift? Do we have something deeper than just the present moment? Because if your relationship isn't rooted in something unshakable, then it will fall apart the moment the storms come. And the storms will come. The strongest love isn't the one that burns the brightest in the beginning, it's the one that withstands the test of time. It's the one that remains steady when life gets hard, when feelings change, when seasons shift. That kind of love doesn't happen by accident. It is built, it is strengthened, it is grounded in something greater than just emotion. So before you end up with someone, make sure your foundation is strong. Make sure you are building something that can last. Because love that stands the test of time isn't found, it's created. Love is not just about finding the right person, it's about becoming the right person. It's about understanding that love is not a shortcut to happiness, not an escape from loneliness, but a responsibility, a commitment, and a journey of growth. Before you end up together, life will prepare you. It will challenge you. It will test your patience, your resilience, and your willingness to grow. And those who embrace the process, who trust the timing, who build on a foundation of purpose, those are the ones who create a love that lasts. Love is not about rushing into something that feels good in the moment. It's about stepping into something that will stand the test of time. It's about walking alongside someone who shares your vision, your values, and your purpose. It's about building something that is strong, not just exciting, steady, not just passionate, lasting, not just temporary. Before you end up together, take the time to become, to learn, to grow, because when love finally finds you, when the right person stands beside you, you won't just be ready to receive it, you'll be ready to build it, sustain it, and make it unshakable.